Hello everyone, in this lesson I am going to tell you about some criteria that will help you to judge the relevance of the sources and how this can help you to select the sources for your university assignments more efficiently. During the study at university, you need to find relevant information for your coursework, and searching through the web may take a lot of time to come up with the most appropriate sources to get an answer for your research question. Therefore, before searching for relevant information, it's better to identify what type of the sources might be relevant for your research topic. To identify relevant information, we need to understand the purpose of the information. Is the subject approached from an objective standpoint? Is the source to sell a product or educate, or persuade or entertain? Are political, ideological, cultural, religious, institutional or personal biases evident? And does the information answer to your research question or your thesis? Let's imagine you and your parents are living in a city and you are searching for a vehicle for your family needs. A vehicle should fit all your family demands. You have done some research on the type of vehicles and you have derived 3 results. The first type of vehicle is motorbike, and you found this source from reliable website. This type of vehicle is reviewed by specialist bloggers for city driving and has positive feedback. The second is coupe with 2 sitting places, recommended for driving in a city by the Need for Speed group drivers. The third type is sedan. This type of car is recommended by a reputable auto company that got a lot of positive reviews online, and it has also been recommended by your uncle who has 3 children and drives a similar type of car. Probably driving in a city, a motorbike will be the best choice, isn't it? Because with a motorbike, it is easier to split through the traffic jams into the congested areas, and the rider spends less time to get stuck. Moreover, the information that you found came from a credible motorbike company and has positive feedback from experts for city drive. Although the motorbike is a very convenient vehicle for the city, this type of vehicle does not completely suit your family needs. A coupe with 2 sitting places is great at satisfying very specific needs. Mostly it's for sport competition and they perform poorly in most other aspects. For example, not enough sitting places and absence of luggage section. This source also cannot be a relevant source because it does not completely fit your research requirements. Here, sedan will be the most relevant vehicle because it fits both your family demands, and this type of vehicle is applicable to driving in a city. The sedan has enough sitting places, a trunk for the luggage, and it has compact size, which are the main factors that suit your family needs and driving in a city. Therefore, while searching for information, you should also take into the account that both components for your research needs should be met in your search results. In order to establish relevance of the sources, we need to ask several important questions such as: first, is the source you have found relevant to your topic? And does the source answer your research question? And is the information useful for you? Here, we need to look at the information provided in particular sources, and it might be relevant to all or at least a part of your research question. For example, if your research question describes an issue in Uzbekistan and you found a similar source that describes the same issue but in any other country, let's say in Kazakhstan, it might be still considered as a relevant source. Second, does the source meet the needs of your assignment? Is the source scholarly or popular? And how is it relevant to your subject field? Well, you need to concentrate on the subject of your study. Let's say if the source describes the legal part of the issue, but your research question is exploring only the economical part of the issue, then this source might not be relevant to your research question. Moreover, the source should be an academic source. If you find the source in Wikipedia or encyclopedia, you may get only general information, and anyone can easily edit the content in a Wikipedia or encyclopedia. Therefore, it's better to use scholarly and academic sources for your university assignments. These kind of sources are peer-reviewed and justified by several studies. The next question you should ask regarding relevance are: is the source written using at an appropriate level? And who is the intended audience? And is it easy to comprehend? To answer these questions, you need to look at the audience of the source, to which level it is written for. it should not be too elementary or advanced. For instance, your research topic requires you to find the source at the postgraduate students level, but you found the source for the high school students level. The language used in an article is too simple, and there is no author credential. This type of source also might be assumed as not relevant source for your research topic. Moreover, it shouldn't take you too long trying to understand the sources at high level of difficulty that may be targeted beyond the postgraduate level. Finally, what we need to consider is the information appropriately explored, and what details are provided that specifically address and answer your research question or your thesis. When answering these questions, consider if the source reveals the topic deeply to an appropriate level. A tertiary source, namely an encyclopedia or Wikipedia, may help you to gain an overview of the topic and may provide common definition of the terms. However, it will be too general and not enough to use your main arguments. At the same time, some journal articles deal with very niche specific aspects of the topic and are too detailed to be used to maintain the types of the arguments you are working on. I also want to share some tips on finding relevant sources. Don't just pick the source at the top of your search results. Remember, search engines match the words, not concepts. Some search engines and databases will sort search results by relevance. This only means that there is an algorithm that uses measures like how many times your search words appear on the page or whether they are in the title. The computer cannot determine whether the source is actually relevant to you. Only you can do that. While choosing an article for your assignments, look for an abstract or summary that can tell you more about the source. In a book, you might need to scan the table of the content or even read the preface or introduction part. In scholarly research articles, read the abstract first. It should summarize this research, then read the introduction and this discussion or conclusion before diving into the rest of the article. In fact, all aspects of evaluation must be taken into the consideration to determine the relevance of the sources. Well, in this lesson, we have looked at some criteria that can help you to select relevant sources for your university assignment. See you in the next lesson.